Trae. Come on, it's the day with Trae.
Pump it up, pump it up.
Trae.
Come on, come on.
With Trae.
Pump it up, pump it up.
It's the day with Trae.
This is the day to gain inspiration, to make a positive change in the nation. We're inviting you to partake in conversation, to raise your vibration. It's the day that we will all celebrate all of our peace that make this thing elevate. Watch the negative fade away, cause it's the day with Trae.
Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday, and today we are doing an Elijah L. Lewis special. So as you join me here at the top of the show, you can always share this with others who can benefit from the work we do here on the Day with Trae. And if you cannot watch our TV show, you can always listen to us anywhere you find your favorite podcast. Just search Converge Media Network and the Day with Trae. You'll find us on whatever platform is your favorite. Now, today is a special day. It is Tuesday, January 21st, and this marks the first day of the jury joining the courtroom for the murder trial of our beloved brother, organizer, leader, entrepreneur, loved one, son, uncle, Elijah L. Lewis. He meant so much to so many, and he meant something beautiful to his family and those who knew and loved him. I'm grateful I got to be one of those people that he knew, loved, that loved him back, building with him in community and in our personal lives. You know, he really was like a young brother to me and somebody that I worked with closely when it comes to organizing so much of the movement and activity that we saw in 2020 and beyond, you know, bringing education to our community so that those who were not from this community could learn from the legacy and history that this community really was about and showcased in different decades and different years throughout the generations. Elijah really was such a strong example of what it means to do something with your life and to encourage others to do something with theirs. He had a message that was strong and that was fierce in terms of, hey, I come from a certain lifestyle, but I won't stay there. I know I can do something with my ideas, with my businesses. I'm going to build. I want to do multiple businesses at a time because I can pour my energy into all of them, sis. That's what he would tell me all the time. So this day is really dedicated to uplifting his legacy while also encouraging community participation during this trial. Now, because it is starting today with the jury actually who's been selected to help understand this case and come up with a verdict at the end of it all. You know, we're saying to community and to those who loved Elijah, come down, show your support. This is one of the ways that we can do it. And we also recognize that for some, being in the court system and being in a courtroom may have a lot of different connotations, and maybe that's not the way you want to support. So you might want to show your support by finding out if the family needs anything, or continuing his legacy in the ways that you can, or uplifting an amazing organization that he uplifted or worked with and partnered with in community. There's a lot of different ways to show your support, and all support is welcomed. So I'm really grateful to my Converge Media family for being able to showcase Elijah in such a powerful light, allowing us to always be inspired by his words and his energy and his voice about his work. So for this first clip here, we have Elijah talking about how he understands the unique needs of community because he is community, and also how his work is saving lives. Take a look.
I know what community needs because I am community, right? And I know the type of resources we need. So I was able to compile a list of over 75 organizations, right, with health and wellness and, education programs and, rental assistance programs, really listening to community, finding out what the things, that they need. And even now still adding different resources to that list and saying, at first it was just Fridays that I was there and I would provide those resources. And then people were like, well, I need these on Tuesday. I need these on Wednesday. You know what I mean? So I would come on Tuesday, come on Wednesday and everything else. We've gone through a lot in the last, 5 years. I talk about it all the time. I've lost over 40 people, and a lot of them due to gun violence in general, to the point where it's just like, it's crazy. And, that is really why, like, people ask me why I'm in this work. And like, for me, it's not work. You know what I mean? It's community, it's life. It's the life that I live because I don't have a choice. You know what I mean? I love doing this for my community because what I'm doing actually saves lives. You know what I mean? And that's why it's important to me.
Wow. Again, so grateful to hear from Elijah himself about why he was doing this work. For a young person like himself to be losing 40 people and most of them to gun violence, it says something. It speaks volumes. This is why he was so dedicated to eradicating senseless violence from our community. And so the details of how he was taken away from us seem so senseless to so many of us. What was the purpose? Why? He was cut down at such a young age that it just never settled for so many people in terms of why he was gone from us, why he couldn't continue in his legacy. So it's an opportunity for us to step in and find our ways to continue that legacy, while also being reminded throughout this time of who Elijah was. So I'm so grateful that we get to open the show with that phenomenal clip, listening to him talk about his work. After this short break, we're going to be sharing a few more clips with y'all and allowing Elijah to guide us to support this trial right now, but also supporting the family, supporting justice for Elijah. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Listen up, Puget Sound.
This is a call to my fellow Black business owners.
It's your girl, Vasa Gordon.
It's your boy, Eric Calligraphy, and I know times are tough out here.
Especially for our restaurants, dude. I already know you're feeling the weight.
But let me be clear, we're not going to stand by and watch our community struggle.
Here at Back to Vasa and Converge Media, we know Black businesses are the heartbeat of our community.
We bring the culture, the flavor, and the soul, and we need you to keep on thriving.
We need you. So that's why we're opening our platforms to you. Whether it's telling your story, shining a light on your challenges, grabbing resources for you to know about. Dude, we even want to help bring more customers through your doors.
Man, we got you. Are you a restaurant owner trying to keep your lights on? A new business fighting to make your mark? Whatever your story, we want to hear it and help.
In order to make that happen, we need for you to head on over to whereweconverge.com/support Black business and let us know what's happening. Let Back to Vasa and Converge Media amplify your voice and help drive traffic to your business.
Man, don't wait. Converge Media is here to uplift Black business in the Puget Sound. So man, make sure you visit whereweconverge.com/support Black business and let's rise together.
Seattle Opera presents one of the world's most popular operas, Mozart's The Magic Flute. Called an international sensation by LA Daily News and dazzling by San Francisco Classical Voice, this new-to-Seattle production featuring eye-popping animations is perfect for the whole family. Don't miss Mozart's The Magic Flute, February 22nd through March 9th at McCaw Hall. Details at seattleopera.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. We're continuing in our special for Elijah L. Lewis today. And as we think about the ways that community has already come through and shown support and love for him, we're reminded of the year anniversary of the celebration of his life. Although he was gone from us, the community came through in a strong way to showcase their continued love for all of the ways that he poured into them at the lantern release celebration of his life that took place last year. Take a look. Elijah L. Lewis was more than a man, he was a movement, a force that pushed us all forward, a lightning bolt that illuminated our path. He was a scholar, a revolutionary, an entrepreneur, an activist, a unifier. He was hope. He was promise. He was our future. And now he is gone. His light extinguished by senseless violence. His dreams shattered by a bullet left for us to carry on. We now have a hole in our community that we know can never be filled. But we cannot let his legacy die. We cannot let his name be forgotten. We must come together as he always did and demand justice. We must show the world that Elijah's life mattered. We must keep his spirit alive by continuing his work, by fighting for the change he believed in. Come to the court. Raise your voice, show your support, not just for Elijah, but for all those who have been lost to violence, for all those who have been denied justice, for our community, for our future. Wow. I tell you, when I'm watching these clips, y'all, I'm just so inspired all over again. And I'm grateful because so much of what I got to experience with Elijah was providing a platform right here at Converge on the Morning Update show and on the Day with Trae to always make sure he knew anything he was working on that he needed to make sure the community knew about, or that the folks can be aware of where he was going to be to share those resources. We were here for him. And it was so beautiful to be there that night and be with community as we uplifted his love and his work, and so many who were inspired by his legacy. And it's great because I look at what folks are doing now and how our organizations are thriving in place, oftentimes because of the work of so many organizers who have come together over the years to truly cement themselves in the work of building community, just like Elijah did. Well, I'm also really grateful because we do have a lot of clips of Elijah, and my Converge Media family was able to pull together something so beautifully done to not only inspire you to be participants here during this trial, but also to see the different ways that community has come together with that shining light of Elijah guiding us all. Take a look. Hi everyone, Trae Holiday here of Converge Media, and we are at Lake Washington Boulevard right here on first annual Elijah L. Lewis Day, 11/4/2023. And we are here to uplift, celebrate, and remember the legacy of Elijah L. Lewis, all that he gave to community, to family, to friends, to loved ones, to so many who felt his passion for Black liberation movements and the need for us to be in the know about our history so that we could learn from the mistakes of the past and the triumphs of the past and bring them into our present and future in ways that were transformative for families right here within King County and beyond.
His labor of love, because it wasn't work for him, it was just natural. It was just part of his DNA, it was who he was. And we come from different collectives, we come from different walks of life, we come from different experiences, right? And so collectively, we're doing this together. Like, you couldn't, I'm telling you, it was like orchestra, it like, felt like we had been at church, I ain't lying. Elijah Lewis was a community builder. Elijah Lewis was an activist, but he had his own businesses. He was an entrepreneur. You know, he taught people financial wealth and literacy, but then he also was helping people get a job or get housing, and he was a brother to, or an uncle to, you know, single mothers with children, you know, helping them through. So it's like many things to many people. So Theme is my son.
It reminds me of how much can be done in such a short amount of time. I've lived just down the street my whole life, and the impact that he had in this community in just some years is astronomical. It's amazing, and it's just inspiring in that way that says, you know what, you know, things don't have to take 100 years to become, you know, established. You can establish this in a day, in a moment, in a now.
He's about as real as you gon' get. Real as you can get, especially if you're talking about the work. The resume speaks for itself, but there's a bunch of stuff we don't know, right? If everybody sat around and told stories, we'd be here all day. Now, I don't know how he found the time to do all this stuff, but every story you would hear about him, I could guarantee you is true.
This is his 24th birthday. One of the last conversations I had with him was about his 24th birthday. He's like, you gonna be at my birthday this year? You know, I'm turning 24. I'm like, 24? 24 has like a big meaning to me. So I'm like, bro, be at your birthday. I'm gonna throw you a birthday party. We about to go crazy. It's 24 and then we're going into 2024. Bro, this is our year. It's like everything, especially after the summer's over, we're gonna have an amazing 2024. And like literally that was a few days before he was killed. And it's crazy because I was with him 30 minutes before he was murdered. He was supporting brothers inside Stafford Creek Corrections, facing backlash from the COs in there. So like I had to make sure that I still threw him a birthday, and not just me, but all of us. You know, we wanted to make sure that we uplift him on his 24th day in his first year without us.
Oh, goodness. Huge shout out to the Converge Media team for pulling that amazing footage together. And honestly, when I first saw that, y'all, it was definitely emotional for me in all of the ways because, you know, montages and clips like that coming together, they really remind you of the breadth of someone's life when they're no longer with you in the physical plane. And I'm grateful because honestly, you know, we know that when people pour into their communities and we can give them their flowers while they're here, it's oftentimes we don't do enough and we feel like we haven't done enough. So again, you're encouraged to participate. Come down to the court. It's starting today. If you can get down there anytime this week, the court will be open 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at King County Courthouse in courtroom 817. If the court fills up for any reason, because so many people want to support, there is a spillover space as well. So we encourage folks to come down. And I also want to acknowledge those who are like, I can't do that, or that's not the way that I want to support. We know that the love for Elijah is so thick and real and palpable in our community. If there are other ways you want to support, it is all welcomed. Because really, this is about Elijah and the love he poured in and the ways that he made everyone feel welcomed. Y'all, I'm going to wrap it all up right after this short break. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Seattle Opera presents one of the world's most popular operas, Mozart's The Magic Flute. Called an international sensation by LA Daily News and dazzling by San Francisco Classical Voice, this new-to-Seattle production featuring eye-popping animations is perfect for the whole family. Don't miss Mozart's The Magic Flute, February 22nd through March 9th at McCaw Hall. Details at seattleopera.org.
Ready to be intentional with your spending? Whether you're gifting it or using it for yourself, the Buy Black card allows you to shop at many different Black-owned businesses across the greater Seattle area, like Love a Latte, Dramer Ice Cream, Motis Beauty Supply, Pizza by Ruffin, The Spa House by Queen Care, and so many more. You can see the full list of participating businesses when you sign up for your Buy Black card at intentionalist.com. And thanks to our friends at BECU, you'll save 20% when you load your card. Spend like it matters with the Buy Black card.
Waitress, the hit Broadway musical Baked from the Heart, is coming to Fifth Avenue Theater. This little slice of heaven musical offers a special recipe for finding happiness in unexpected places. With original music by Grammy Award winner Sarah Bareilles, this musical is a dash of dreams and a pinch of heart baked to perfection. Don't miss this brand new production. Get a taste of this delicious musical March 11th through 30th. Order up at fifthavenue.org and satisfy your sweet tooth with the most delectable show of the season. Make plans now to get a little slice of this perfect musical today.
Truth Talks is the hottest streaming show on TV. Catch all the truths about pop culture to politics and today's biggest stars.
Why tiptoe through life?
Monday through Friday, live at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, and again at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific on Fox Soul.
Welcome back, y'all, to the Day with Trae. What a great day today has been to be able to focus and truly amplify and spotlight Elijah L. Lewis once again. Anytime I have the opportunity to do this, I will, because the truth of the matter is that he was so impactful in my life. You know, he took up the torch of community builder at Africatown Community Land Trust, a role that I had right before him. So he and I would meet every week for lunch to talk about strategies and goals of that role and what it really meant to be a community builder right here in the Central District. You know, he was raised in the South End, but had such an affinity for the Central District, or CD as we know it, that it was clear how he took the foundation that was laid and built upon it with his own ideas and brilliance. You heard earlier in this episode about how he would bring resources to the Liberty Bank building every Friday, and then he had to extend it because people needed those resources throughout the week. So Elijah became a pillar for the residents there and for the community as people would stop in to get those resources. He held dinners and events there, making the community feel seen and heard, bringing them in so they could participate in the planning of these events and share what it was that they wanted to see there. And of course, that void has been felt by the residents of the Liberty Bank building just as much as the void has been felt by so many of us in community. So I'm grateful that we could take today on the Day with Trae to elevate who Elijah L. Lewis was and why he was so important in all of the lives that he touched and that he came across. Huge shout out to Elijah's family for sharing your son, your brother, your uncle with us. Whoever he was to you, your nephew, your grandson. We're just grateful for how he was able to pour into so many of us here in this community. Again, if you are downtown in the area and you can come to the court even for an hour, show up. King County Courthouse, courtroom 817, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. This week, Tuesday through Thursday, and the following weeks, Monday through Thursday. Thank you so much for watching, y'all. You know I'll be back with you tomorrow. Until then, at 11 a.m.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.